We having some technical difficulties with Rob's mic or something. We'll get that fixed. But our first story, look, it's the biggest story of the day. And it hasn't happened yet, but there are reports out there now. Liz Loza of Yahoo Sports, she tweeted out that Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys are closing in on a 4-year deal worth $35 million per year. 4 years, $35 million. And Charles Robinson, who's also an NFL reporter, an insider for Yahoo, he has also reported that it appears that the Cowboys are getting close to this type of deal, that the Cowboys still want the 5th year, but they are closing in on a 4-year deal, at least for $35 million a year. And here's the bottom line on that. That will tie Dak Prescott, I guess, for the most money per year, along with Russell Wilson. But I'm willing to bet the guaranteed money would be higher than Wilson got. And not only higher than Wilson, but I believe it would probably be, if not equal to Jared Goff's league record of $110 million guaranteed. I think it will surpass that. I'm sure they're going to give Dak some type of bone that's going to make him the highest paid in some form or fashion, whether it's the $35 million a year or the per year salary or the guaranteed. So bottom line is this: the Cowboys and Dak Prescott reportedly are closing in on a deal that would tie him at least for the biggest contract in NFL history. And I, for one, like it. Is Rob back? Is his technically not back? I think it is a great move. And look, let me first say this. Anyone who's listened to the show all these months, you know I like Dak Prescott. I think he's a winner. I think he's got the intangibles. He's got the track record. Check his record. He's won more games as a starter, or really he's been a starter from day one. He's won more games since he entered the league than any quarterback not named Tom Brady, and he's tied with Russell Wilson. So that's saying a lot. All that said, as much as I like Dak, he's not a top 5 quarterback. So I'm not trying to say he's the best quarterback in the league or a top 5 quarterback. But what I am saying is he's a franchise quarterback. You can win with him. He's a leader. And this deal, and I'm sure that's why the Cowboys want to make it 5 years. Dak wants only 4. The Cowboys want to go 5. They want to go 5 because they know in short order, assuming that the league is able to start on time and they don't lose money like the NBA and Major League Baseball are going to do, the Cowboys know that $35 million a year will not look too bad, will not be too burdensome in a few years. Jimmy Garoppolo's deal, when he was the highest paid, doesn't look burdensome at all. Matt Stafford doesn't look like a huge amount at all. That's how Kirk Cousins, he just signed an extension, but before that, doesn't look like a huge amount at all. And so I think this is a smart move by the Cowboys if indeed they can lock Dak in 4 years, $35 million. Rob Parker, you there?
Yes. All right. No, I just didn't know if you could hear me. All right. Once again, Chris, you're tainted with your rose-colored Dak Prescott glasses. You're talking about a guy who couldn't even get a team to the playoffs after they started 3-0 last year, or whatever were they, 3-0 or 4-0, and they couldn't even make the playoffs. Dak played awful against some of the better teams. He played well against it, and you say he's not a top 5. He's a middle-of-the-road quarterback. That's why there's hesitation. That's why if he was really your guy, you would have signed him just for the reason that you said. It's going to cost you more down the road, so you might as well get him paid, get him set and locked into some sort of contract, because usually things only go up, and they weren't willing to do it. I think the Cowboys would make a big mistake. That's why they've been hemming and hawing. Anyway, they don't believe in Dak Prescott. There's question marks. That's why they've done this. Everybody else paid their guys. You could talk about all the wins. Oh, he had the second most wins to Tom Brady. That's not
isn't that
it.
what it's about?
But when you look at
wins?
No, because you can win other ways.
Menu, Rob Parker.
You can win in
now, all
other
of a sudden,
ways.
there's not a short menu.
No, not when you're going to pay a guy a lot of money, and you know that unless everything else is working, they don't win. They didn't win last year, Chris. You could talk about everything.
Well, why are we
Go back. Hold on.
What about the defense?
Go back.
What about the drop passes?
No.
What about Zeke?
No, stop.
What about the coach who got fired? It's
Go
all Dak's fault?
read all the preseason hubbub about the Cowboys
Preseason
and about
hubbub,
making the
nothing.
Super Bowl. Oh, they got Dak, and once they got
what's that mean? That's just a bunch of reporters giving their opinion. That
it ain't.
Mean anything.
It ain't. Everybody was all in. They won the division 2 of the last 3 years. This is the year they're going to march to the Super Bowl, and they don't even get to the damn playoffs. Dak was awful when it mattered. They went into Philadelphia.
Carson Wentz.
They went into Philadelphia, and Carson Wentz beat Dak. Dak couldn't even get a touchdown on a makeshift Eagles team with the season and the division on the line. The Cowboys saw that. That's why they paused, and they can go ahead and pay him.
Stop it with that.
It would be a
narrative.
it'll be a disaster.
What you talking about? That's why they paused. If they had that much pause, they wouldn't be about to give him a 4-year deal that's going to make him the highest quarterback ever.
Everybody would have made that deal a long time ago. There would have been. Everybody else got paid. Everybody else got paid.
If they didn't believe in him, they wouldn't give him the deal. Period. They keep him on the franchise tag.
That's why he's on a franchise tag. It ain't no deal done yet. Did he sign a deal?
We're talking reportedly.
Is there a deal done now, Chris? Yes or no?
Who said a deal was done?
Is there a deal?
Did I ever say a deal was done?
All I'm saying is he's on the franchise tag. That's how good he is. He's on the franchise tag.
So when they give him the deal, then what's your argument going to be?
Just like Kirk Cousins. I'm just telling you what I'm
He never got a deal from the Redskins.
No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about he was on the franchise tag. I can't talk about what might happen. It ain't happened yet. They could have done this months ago.
If they give it to him, then your argument was wrong.
No, then they must have caved in or decided they have no choice. Now, maybe they couldn't get Tom Brady to come, or they couldn't get anybody else to come, and maybe that was the reason.
Tom Brady, were they ever interested in Tom Brady? Were there ever real reports out there? It was just a rumor. It was rumors about San Francisco, too. Come on. Rumors about all these teams out there. The Raiders. They believe in Dak. They didn't want to make him the highest paid quarterback in the league. Fine. He's not the best quarterback in the league.
Everybody else got a raise and got the highest contract. Everybody else.
Everybody else.
Everybody. That's the nature of the business.
How many of them have won the Super Bowl
and doing business in the NFL? Matthew Stafford got the highest contract when his turn came up. When his turn came up.
A playoff game?
No, when his turn came up, they paid him. They didn't him and haw.
Well, you know what?
They paid him.
If I'm an NFL team, my number one goal is not to follow the trend. My number one goal is to set the best trend for us to win.
And that's why the Cowboys got 3 playoff wins in 25 years. Because they're the ones. It's their business that they're doing. Yeah, follow the Cowboys. They do it right.
They entered negotiations.
Cowboys have no idea what they're doing.
They entered negotiations saying, we don't want to set the market. Now, if at the end, everybody goes into negotiations with great things you're asking for, and eventually you have to give and give and give and then get what you get.
Did they set the market with Ezekiel Elliott?
They didn't want to make him the highest paid quarterback in the league, but they're going to have to. That doesn't mean they didn't want him. They clearly want him. If they didn't want him, they would stop negotiations. We franchised you, that's it. So that Kirk Cousins stuff, no, it's not the same thing. I think it's a smart deal. You got your other guys lined up. You got Amari, you got Zeke, you got your defense. It's time to get it done. They made the right call with Dak Prescott, assuming they get this done. We're just going off the reports. 4 years, $35 million. We will see. But what say you? You with Rob that they're crazy for giving him this deal, if indeed it comes to that? Or you with me, smart move, Cowboys, get it rolling?
All right. How about trucker Justin in Wisconsin? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
What's up, gentlemen?
Nice.
What's up, brother? Thank you.
Always appreciate you guys. I love listening to you every Wednesday on my way to Indianapolis.
Thank
All
you.
right, my man. Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to say this. Let's give this a chance with the new coach, because let's not throw him under the bus, because great players can be made to look pretty terrible under really terrible coaching, because technically a quarterback isn't carrying the whole team across the goal line and whatnot else. It's the coaching, too. So,
Hey, Justin.
It's a lot of things.
Justin, can I say this to you? Is he still there?
yes, I am.
Okay, so Chris likes to tout that he won the second most games in the NFL behind Tom Brady. Who was the coach the entire time that he won second most games behind Tom Brady?
The coach
Jason
that could
Garrett.
never finish it.
Oh, Jason
So
Garrett.
are you
they
saying
just fired.
Garrett did
Okay.
a great job,
I
bro?
rest my case.
Is that what you're saying, Garrett?
I
that
rest
could
my
be
case.
argued to benefit Dak.
I
If he
rest
could
my
do
case.
that with Jason Garrett, my goodness, what's he gonna do with a Super Bowl coach like Mike McCarthy?
I rest
Thank
my
you.
case. It
Thank
ain't got
you. I
nothing
rest
to do
mine.
with Jason Garrett.
I rest mine.
No, I rest my case.
I
You
rest
can't-
my case. Go
so
ahead. Who's
ridiculous.
next?
You're going to blame him. He has the second most wins. but
Yeah,
it's
I'm gonna
Jason
blame
Garrett's
Jason
fault.
Garrett. He deserved to be blamed.
He's the one who threw the ball in the ground in Philadelphia. He's the one who couldn't hit any open receivers. All right,
What
Michael
about all
in
the good
Kentucky.
things? He
Michael
threw
in
for almost
Kentucky.
5,000 yards last year, but didn't hit any receivers. Yeah,
That's
no.
right. Not when
30
it mattered.
touchdowns, but didn't hit
Michael in
receivers.
Kentucky, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports
Unbelievable.
Radio.
All right, guys. Let me. I absolutely think it's a terrible idea to give him a 4-year contract at that price, and here's my reason why. Let me guys ask you this before I get into it. What you guys think about the Chicago Bears last year?
They
They were pretty good, other than Trubisky.
All right, so I disagree with you on that. They did decent. You know, they were middle of the road. They
Right,
went what,
middle of the
8-8, I
pack.
think. So
Well, yeah,
here's my thing.
I
Listen,
just think they got a good defense and they got talent.
Yeah. All right. I'm a huge Chicago fan, man, and I went and watched my first NFL game, Chicago against Dallas. And here's what I want to say about it. Whenever Prescott got up there, the one decent game that Trubisky had, he got freaking shook, man. The defense played pretty good in that game, but every time Trubisky made a play, any time that he did better, Prescott got shook because the dude's weak, man.
Hold on.
He has-
What told you he got shook?
The whole way he played the game, he progressively got worse throughout the game.
Did he get shook? Hold on. A 4th-round draft pick all of a sudden thrust into the starting lineup behind a guy that's a legend, Tony Romo. That didn't shake him, but the sight of Mitch Trubisky completing the pass
Tony
shook him.
Romo's not
Come
a
on.
legend. He only
Oh,
won a
yeah,
couple
he's a
playoff
Cowboys
games.
legend.
He ain't no legend.
He is
Stop
a Cowboys
it.
legend.
No, he's not. He didn't
He'll
win
be
anything.
on their Hall of Fame.
I remember
whatever
when
they
he
call it.
when he mishandled
Ring
the
of
extra
Honor.
point. I remember that, and it
No,
cost him
I
a
agree,
game.
but I'm just saying they look at him as legendary.
I don't think he's legendary at all. Felicia in Michigan, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Felicia, talk some sense into Rob, please.
No, I'm going to talk some sense into you because
Thank
this
you.
is ludicrous. Oh, my God. He is a baby Romo. He sucks.
Romo?
He
How
had
about a
all
baby
the weapons
Russell
and
Wilson?
do nothing. Nothing. I'm with Rob about the Cleveland Browns and everything. They overpaid Baker Mayfield. I'm with him on that. He ain't proved himself. You keep comparing him to Jared Goff. Jared Goff went to the Super Bowl. Mahomes was in less than him and got a Super Bowl.
Hold
He's
on,
not proven.
Nobody's comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. All right, nobody's putting him
You
in that
can't compare
category.
him to Jared Goff. So Jared Goff at least won.
Yeah,
the
I'm
only thing
putting
he
him
won
ahead
is
of Jared
division.
Goff. How's Jared Goff looked outside of that Super Bowl season?
They
Now
had-
that Todd Gurley is pedestrian or gone now, how's he been looking?
They had
We'll
the
see.
5th best offense, and they went to the Super Bowl.
And that got him what, Rob?
And that
Isn't it a short
that couldn't
menu?
even make that
Isn't
couldn't
it a
even
short
make
menu?
That couldn't even make
Did
the
they
playoffs.
win the Super Bowl?
Did
they
Dak
score
go to the
touchdown
playoffs,
in
Chris?
the Super Bowl?
Did Dak go to the playoffs?
Yeah, twice in 4 years. He's been to the playoffs. Twice in 4 years.
Matt in Seattle, you're on the. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Matt,
Hey guys, how you doing
Matt,
today?
Fox Sports.
what's up, brother? How are you?
Oh, working still. I'm on one of those essential businesses, but
Whoa,
What's not-
really? What are you doing?
I'm an HVAC
need you.
technician.
We need you,
Working on-
Matt. Hang in.
working on people's heat and their AC.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's not essential as paying this guy Dak. And the reason being is how can you compare somebody to Russell Wilson when Russell Wilson hasn't had his entire career? He hasn't had a consistent back, even in his prime in his consistent career, and good receivers. Dak's had all of those things. And, yeah, he might be the highest winning quarterback, but it's only because he's a game manager. And paying him like Russell Wilson, I think, is ludicrous.
He's a game manager who can make big plays. I've been saying that for years.
I just haven't
He's a
seen
game
any.
manager, and he makes plays with his legs and with his hands.
He couldn't make one in Philadelphia when they needed it.
Last year, Rob, okay, he didn't. He had some bad games last year, but he still threw for almost 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
I don't care.
I'll take it. And overall, he's been able to win games. So enough with the nonsense.
Cincinnati, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Great, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, Chris, man. You got to stop drinking the Dak juice, man. Look, I'm an Eagles fan, and I love that they're signing him, but, Chris, he's not that good. Like, he's a game manager, but
Who
he
can
also
make
has
big-time plays.
He has everything around him, and, honestly, is he really even more accomplished than Carson Wentz? Carson Wentz put his team in the perfect position to win the
Carson Wentz
Super
has
Bowl.
taken his team to the playoffs, what? Once?
He got them in the position
done it.
to win the Super Bowl.
He took a mass unit to the playoffs, a mass unit with no receivers.
What was he doing?
And he beat the Cowboys in a must-win game.
2 years ago? 2 years ago, wasn't he 5-6? Wasn't he 5-6 2 years ago with a team that Nick Foles came in and made look great? Huh? Wasn't he?
9-7 is
Go
what
ahead,
they
Michael.
took him.
Michael,
Real
ask
quick.
With a defending Super Bowl champion, he was 5-6 before he got hurt, and Foles
Go ahead,
saved
Michael.
the day. So stop.
Let me hear your question. Go ahead. Ask Chris.
Nonsense.
Chris, so let me just ask you this. Will Dak Prescott be able to take that team if Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb, and Michael Gallup all went down in the same season, yes or no?
It doesn't matter because they
Yes,
aren't. Gallup is there. Cooper is there. Don't give me. Oh, look.
Michael, you already
Carson
know
Wentz
it.
was great over the last 4 weeks of last season. You know what I say? It's about time. It's about time. Y'all gonna get excited because he won a few games and got into the playoffs and then lost? Really?
That's why they paid him.
What happened to the
That's
short
why they
menu?
paid him coming off an injury, because they already knew what they had in that guy.
Yeah,
and the
all right.
Cowboys, they would have wrapped Dak up already if they thought he was that guy. They're hemming and hawing.
That's
They're
going
trying
to
to
change
do it
real
and
quick
hoping that
once
they don't have
sign
to.
him.
We'll
Once they
see.
sign him, that little Kirk Cousins comparison is going to have to change. All right, America's favorite pastime is about
for today,
to undergo.
it's still working.